All right. Hello and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Ostear Samadhi Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. I decided to change the point of view and bring it poolside over here at the Ostear Samadhi Yoga Studios, which is really my house. But I don't know, just thought maybe we change the point of view. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. And the sun is out. The air is fresh and it's pretty warm, so I just decided to bring it on this side. So let's ring the bell with that said. Very nice. And it's always important to sort of set the mood, create an ambiance, set your intention for your practice before you start. So I'm gonna burn a little bit of incense here. We have a singing bowl here as well. We'll probably get into that a little bit later on, maybe. There we go. And we'll put that right up here. All right, very nice. Again, thank you again for joining me. We're going to start off standing up. So we're going to get into like a really nice, easy flow. Nothing too major, and maybe focus on a little bit of hips and such today. Maybe a little hip opener and such. So wherever you are, maybe coming into standing position. Nice tall spine. Roll into the shoulders. Nice deep inhales. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you have not set your intentions for your practice, this would be a good time to do so. It can be something really easy. Kindness, gratitude, appreciation. Just gratitude for waking up this morning. Gratitude that all your family, loved ones all woke up this morning. Once you've set your intentions, maybe sealing it with 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale one more time. Exhaling through the mouth and inhale. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hold and sigh out. I like to start every practice with an Om. Great way to open the energy channels, getting the mind, body, spirit ready for yoga. You certainly don't have to Om with me if you don't want to, but if you are going to Om with me, maybe bringing the hands into the heart center. And let's go ahead and inhale for Om. Om. May we be nourished and protected. May we find and cultivate strength among one another. And may this practice be filled with light and brilliance with no animosity or ego among us. We're going to do one more short Om followed by 3 Shantis, and Shanti simply means peace. Again, you don't have to Om with me if you don't want to, but if you are, let's inhale for Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Very nice. Let's take the hands all the way up. Bring it back into the heart center. I'm going to face the front of the mat here. Let's take those hands up again. Roll into the shoulders. Slight back bend. Bring the hands all the way around. Let's do that one more time. All the way up. Open those wings out. all the way around. One more time. And bring it all the way around. I'm going to roll into the shoulders. Inhale as you roll up. Roll them down on the exhale. In fact, I want you to think of the word so as you inhale and hum as you exhale, or simply inhale and exhale. If you are outside, maybe close the eyes. See if you can even withdraw from all your senses. Roll the other way. Roll from the front of the chest, roll it up. It's hard not to feel the warmth of the sun, the nice breeze on my skin right now. But I'm going to see if I can maybe withdraw from all my senses, even close the eyes, take on that inner witness point of view. Very nice. We're going to take the hands back up again. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the left wrist and lean over to the right here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Breathe, breathe, breathe. See if you can inhale and exhale from the nostrils here from the beginning, or at the beginning. This will help warm up the body. Let's come back to the center. Lean over to the left. Grab that opposite wrist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Oh, very nice. Let's come back to the center. Take those hands and then bring them back behind you and roll those into those shoulders one more time. Very nice. Then we're going to take the hands all the way up. Slight back bend and then swan dive. All the way down. Maybe a slight bend into the knees. I like to spread the legs hip width apart. Bend into one knee, bend into the opposite knee. Maybe even grab into opposite elbows here. See if you can have your head hanging down like a coconut hanging from a tree. We'll come up halfway, extend, flat back, extend your head, extend your neck. Exhale as you come all the way down. Just bring those two fingers together. Slight bend into the knees. Going to come all the way up. Slight bend into the lower back. Come all the way back down to the floor. Let's step that left leg back. Lunge forward, looking up. Inhale, exhale as you kick that right leg back, coming into our first downward dog. Very nice. Walk the dog, which means bend into one knee as you bring the opposite heel to the ground. I'm going to bring the knees down, and then let's bring the chin and chest, or chin and heart, down to the ground. Splash all the way up into a cobra. Roll those shoulders up. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. So hum. Let's go ahead and push back into another downward dog. Let's take that same left leg all the way up. And then you're going to come into a three-legged dog, or a standing splits, actually, I'm sorry. And then bring that right leg all the way forward. Bring the two thumbs together. Let's come all the way up again. Breathe. I'm going to go ahead and take this bandana off because it feels really nice right now. All the way up. Let's go ahead and come back all the way down to the ground. Slight bend into those knees. We're going to take the right leg back this time. Lunge forward. Looking up. Where's your breath? Kick that left leg back. Downward dog. And then we're going to come down, knees, chin and chest. Splash up. Cobra. Very nice. One breath. We're going to kick back into a downward dog. Bring that right leg back up. Come into a standing splits. Bring that left leg up. Bring the thumbs together. Slight bend into the knees. Come all the way up. Bring it back into the heart center. Very nice. So we're going to do that same routine, and then we're going to do that one more time on each side and on each leg. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. I'm going to bring the hands into the heart center. Drop the thumbs, or bring the hands together, entwining the thumbs. Let's go ahead and raise the hands up. Slight bend into the knees, slight back bend. Come all the way down to the floor. I'm going to kick that left leg back. Lunge forward. One breath. Kicking back that right leg. Knees, chin and chest. Splash up. Downward dog we go. Bring that same left leg up.
Standing splits, bring the right leg up, bring the thumb up, all the way up, back, down to the ground. Kick back that right leg this time. Lunge forward, one breath, kick back that left leg. Knees, chin and chest, splash up. Downward dog you go, take that same right leg up, standing splits, bring the left leg down, bring the hand all the way up. Let's go one more time, all the way down, kick back that left leg, lunge forward, kick back leg, right leg, knees, chin and chest, splash up, like water coming down the mountain. Let's go ahead and go back into a downward dog. Take that same left leg up, standing splits. Right leg forward, bring the thumb together, slight bend in the knees, slight back bend all the way down. Take the right leg back, lunge forward, one breath. Take the left leg back, knees, chin, chest, splash up. All the way back into downward dog. Take that right leg up, standing splits. Take that left leg forward, thumbs all the way up, hands into the heart center. Very nice. Stick those hands all the way up. Grab that left wrist. Lean over to the right. Come back to the center. Bend into your left elbow. Grab your left elbow. Lean over to the right. Coming back into the center. Then lean your head into your forearm as you lean back. Breathe. Very nice. Take both hands up. And let's go ahead and twist over to the right. Breathe. Just come back to the center. Bend into the right elbow. Lean over to the left. Breathe. Very nice. Come back to the center. Lean back. So you're leaning your head into your forearm. You're not pulling down, you're leaning back. Very nice. 3 deep breaths here through the nostrils. So hum, raise both hands up in the air as you twist over to the right. Very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and take that right leg back and open our feet wide. Let's take those hands all the way up, and I'm going to go ahead and squat down. Let's come all the way up. And squat down. See, when you're next time you're coming up, see if you can come all the way up to the tippy toes here as you bring it down. All the way up on the tippy toes. Bring it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now next time you come all the way up on those tippy toes, see if you can stand or stay. Breathe. Maybe even open your hands wide. Relax those shoulders. Breathe. Very nice. Let's bring the hands into the heart center and then see if you can come all the way down. Squat. Nice tall spine. Breathe into the core here. Maybe take your hands out. Maybe bend into those elbows. Goddess pose. Breathe. Maybe close the eyes. You should be feeling it definitely right here in the quads, even the calf muscles. Breathe into it. Very nice. Let's bring the hands into the heart center. Stand up, opening the hands out, bring it back down. Stand up, open the hands out, bring it down.
Open your chest, open your wings, slight bend in the middle of the back, even tilt your head up. Breathe. Very nice. Let's take two more together here. And let's go ahead and bring the hands into our heart center, and then let's slowly, and I mean slowly, squat all the way down. Maybe even coming all the way down to the ground. You have to reposition your feet, which is perfectly fine. And just settle down into this hip opener here. Again, bring your attention to a nice tall spine here. And of course, most importantly, so hum. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe take your left hand, bring it down by your right foot. Maybe raise that right hand up. Bring it back in. Breathe. Maybe take that right hand down by your left foot. Maybe take that left hand up. Breathe. Maybe take both hands up. Again, relax the shoulders. Nice tall neck is extended. Breathe. Nice tall spine. Very nice. And let's go ahead and bring the hands back down. And let's go ahead and sit back all the way down. Very nice. Come into a nice comfortable seated position. And I'm going to go ahead and roll into the neck here. Let's raise the chin up on an inhale. Exhale as you bring the chin back down to the chest. Let's go ahead and inhale as you raise the chin again. Now let's go right ear, right shoulder. As you circle an oval into the neck. You can go as slow as you want or as fast as you want. But see if you can create this union, if you will, between the breath and the movements of the body. Letting the breath being the conductor, if you will. Leading the movements as you so hum. Inhale and exhale. Next time the chin comes down into the chest, just roll the other way. Where's your breath? Are your eyes closed? See if you can take on that inner witness point of view, almost like watching your own life, like a movie, through your own closed eyelids. As if you are the actor or the actress that has been portrayed or casted, let's say, to portray you. And if you were the actor or actress that was casted to play you, how would you want that actor or actress to portray you? Would you want them to commit to every asana, to every movement? Or would you want them to do things kind of like halfway or half committed? I was going to say something else, but I think you guys know what I was going to say. So see if you can do that. I know it's a little bit out there. Very nice. Let's come into the center. Let's go ahead and switch the feet from underneath us. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the hands together. Extend the hands out on an inhale. Open up the fingers. Extend those fingers all the way out. Rotate the hands in. Bringing the back of the palms like a book. And then close the book. And then send them back out again on an inhale. Inhale. Exhale as you rotate the hands in. So hum. You can also rotate into the neck here, obviously looking up as you send your hands out, bringing the chin into the chest as you bring the hands in. Maybe next time the back of the palms come together and you open like a book, let's rotate the other way. Inhale and exhale. Starting to hear all the birds all around me. Feel the nice warmth of the sun on my skin. I know I asked you guys to withdraw from your senses, but I just can't help it. Spring is definitely in the air. Feels really nice today, especially after a few days of being stuck inside. Well, we've all been stuck inside for a while, but it's been raining and it's been really glooming, which doesn't really help with the attitude. Maybe taking the palms together and extending your hand, and then maybe sending the hands up and circle an oval. So today feels really nice to get out. Maybe next time your hands come above the head, see if you can move them back, keeping your chin level with the floor. See if you can move your hands back and behind your ears, maybe even slightly looking down. Breathe. Soham. Very nice. Let's rotate the other way. Very nice. We're going to come back into the center. I'm going to go ahead and rotate facing the front of the mat again. And I'm going to extend the bended knees in front of me. And I'm going to dive forward on an exhale, opening the hands out on an inhale. Feel the ground beneath you. And then maybe coming back. Feel the connection to the universe above. And know your place right there, exactly where you are, right at this exact moment. Maybe rotate the other way. And next time you come forward, see if you can maybe stay. Breathe. Maybe even reach forward. Maybe even take your hands out. Very nice. Let's come back in. Let's extend that left leg out. Bring that right knee in. Send that right hand out. See if you can bring your heart as close as you can to that straight leg. Maybe even on the floor. And all the way up and over. Soham. Maybe rotate the other way. Are you still breathing out of the nostrils? It's okay if you're not. I just want you to be mindful of each breath. Now next time you come all the way over, bringing that right hand towards that left leg, see if you can maybe slide down that straight leg. And then don't force yourself or pull yourself or push yourself past that sweet spot. And we all know where that sweet spot is, just right there. You go right up to your limit and then you just hang out there. And you just breathe into it. And then what happens is with your each breath and with gravity, that sweet spot would just kind of keep getting further and further down. As you can maybe stretch all the way into bringing your head maybe onto the knee, or maybe even bringing your chin onto your knee as you slide down that straight leg. Maybe taking the hands on the opposite side of your foot. Breathe. Again, don't push or pump or force. Just ease into it. Breathe into it. Very nice. Maybe raise that right hand. Maybe take that right palm away from you. Maybe take the palm towards the ground and move that hand away from you. Feel that stretch now. Very nice. And let's go ahead and come back up. Maybe plant that right hand right next to you. Take the hips off the floor. Maybe catch a slight back bend. Maybe rotate it to the shoulders here. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and come back down. Let's bend into that left knee. Circle and oval. Maybe circle out towards the left first. Maybe giving your knees, maybe your foot a massage here. You know what's funny is I never ever moisturized till I started doing yoga. And then you get in these little poses like this, and then you start like feeling your legs, and then you start really feeling and appreciating your body. And then you're like, wait a minute, I have dry skin. I didn't even know what dry skin was. And then you start like taking, better care of your body, nourishing your body, appreciating your body. After all, we are not this body. We are not our thoughts. We are not our emotions. We're something much, much greater than all of that. In fact, there's 5 layers that cover what is essentially the human soul. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings having a spiritual experience. Maybe rotate all the way over to the left here. Get one twist here as you breathe. That's when I give my calf muscles on the left a little rub here. I got a couple of koi here. Give these fat boys a nice little rub. And then we're going to turn all the way over to the right side. Let's twist all the way over to this side. Maybe coming into deer pose by bringing the elbows down. Breathe. So hum. Let's take 3 deep breaths here together. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and come back up. Then I'm going to extend that right leg out. Place your hands on each side of your hips. Re-rotate your sit bones underneath you so your shoulders are directly above your hips. You're not overextended or underextended. And then you can rotate. Maybe engage the muscular energy in that right leg by pointing or flexing the toes back. Maybe send one hand out. Maybe send no hands out. Now my right leg is definitely my golden leg, which means if I were to kick a soccer ball, this is the leg I would use. So it's a lot stronger than my other leg, but it's not as flexible as my other leg. So it's a lot harder for me really to stretch into these hamstrings and calf muscles. So I try to pay a little bit more attention. Don't be surprised, if one side of the body is more flexible or less flexible than the other. Just like if you're right-handed or left-handed, one arm is stronger than the other. So it's perfectly normal. Just have to be aware of your body. Maybe point the toes away and rotate the other way now. Getting into now the Achilles and the quads here. Where's your breath? Check back in. So hum. I am. That's what so hum means, by the way. But it's also the natural sound our body makes as we inhale and as we exhale. As you inhale, it might make that so, and as you exhale, hum. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and come back to the center. And then see if you can actually extend that right leg out. See if you can maybe massage into that right leg, sliding down, transferring some of that Shakti. I'm trying to do a little bit of hip openers today, so maybe even
See if you can slide down that straight leg. Maybe bring the hands on the opposite side of that leg. Again, do not force, do not push or pump past that sweet spot. It's kind of like being a singer. You don't want to sing out of tune. Stay within your range, and your body will tell you what that range is and go right up to that limit and then just hang out. Like right now, this is it for me, right here. Again, this leg is not as flexible as my other leg. I'm just going to breathe into it. Definitely feeling it all in my calf muscles, in my quads and hamstrings here. They're tight, but it feels also very nice. I'm like breathing into it. These are the biggest muscles in our body. So you got to give them time. You got to let them breathe. Ease into it. Very nice. And I'm going to go ahead and now bring that straight leg directly in front of me like I'm now walking down the street. Maybe even bring in that other knee a little closer. Relocate those sit bones underneath. And I'm going to see if I can maybe stretch into the quads on this side. Maybe leaning back, maybe taking the elbows back, maybe tilt the head back, and then just breathe. Breathe out of the mouth here. Lion's breath. Maybe even stick your tongue out. And then stretch your face, like pull your cheek muscles all the way to your ears. Open your mouth and stretch your mouth as wide as you can. Stick your tongue out. And then breathe out of your mouth. I know it makes a funny sound. It's actually called lion's breath. For some of us, it might be dragon's breath. I'm just kidding. Very nice. Let's go ahead and, now if you have it in you, maybe you want to go all the way back on the back. Maybe take one hand back. Ease all the way back. Whoo! Feeling it now in those quads. Oh boy. What was I thinking? So I'm just going to breathe into it now. Feels so good. Feels so good and hurts so good at the same time. Very nice. Coming back on the elbows if you did make it all the way back. Take your time. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and untuck that left knee. Whoo! Let's massage into it. That feels really nice. And then let's go ahead and open the feet as wide as we can. Relocate your hip bones directly again underneath the shoulders. Maybe flex the toes back. Maybe send one hand out if you want. Toe to toe. Half circles if you like. Or you can take it all the way around to full circles. Again, it's your body, it's your tempo, it's your musical instrument. Listen to your body. It's not a race. It's not a competition. A guitar string doesn't stretch the same way as a violin string. So everybody's bodies are different. Every musical instrument is different. It's kind of what I consider our bodies a little bit. I compare it to different musical instruments. So if your body was a musical instrument, which instrument would you be? Maybe a guitar, maybe a violin, maybe a saxophone, maybe the drums. Maybe the bass guitar. Where's your breath? Check back in with the breath. Very nice. And then see if you can maybe come in the middle here. Open your feet as wide as you can. Maybe flex the toes back. And then see if you can bring the attention to a nice tall spine. And then maybe reach your hand out. Maybe reach that hand out a little bit further. Again, remember what we talked about. Stay within your range.
Maybe bring the elbows down. There you go. You should definitely be feeling it all on the inside of the calves, thigh muscles. And then if you have it in you, maybe take another step forward. Don't forget to breathe. And maybe taking it all the way, bringing your heart to the floor. Maybe the forehead. Breathe into it. Let's take 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Very nice. I feel like with each breath I was getting deeper and deeper in that pose. Very nice. Coming all the way back up, and then I'm going to now bend into that left knee. As you can see, I like to take my time. There's no rush, there's no hurry. Kind of, when practicing yoga, I have to come into this idea of having nothing to do and nowhere to go, which shouldn't be that hard these days for most of us. I literally have nothing to do and nowhere to go right after this practice. So I might as well take my time. Actually, it's not true. Today is one of my really good friends' birthdays, and even though we're all still engaging or practicing social distancing, I am having my friend come over, and we are going to have a barbecue outside, of course keeping the 6 feet distance. These are the only friends that I've literally hung out with this entire time we've been in quarantine. So checking in with them, they haven't been with anybody else or hung out with any other strangers, so they're pretty safe, just like I am, or our family has been. Maybe rotate the other way. So they're coming over a little bit later. Still going to be wearing face masks. I'm going to hang out outside. Might as well take advantage of this beautiful weather. So that is what's on the agenda for a little bit later on. And then here I am thinking about what's going to happen a couple of hours from now, when I need to just be appreciating this exact moment. Each breath, so hum. Inhale and exhale. In fact, the body is the portal for the soul to the present moment. Very nice. Maybe bend into that right knee. Circle and oval. By the way, we talked about there's 5 different layers that cover the human soul, or the human soul, which is essentially what the humans are. The very first layer is our body, which we are not. You are not your body. In fact, the first layer is considered food. Whether it's food for Mother Earth, returning back, or some animal, or whatever. Either way, your body is the very first layer. The second layer is the energetic body, which is the Shakti, which is the energy you feel running through your body. That's the second layer. I could be wrong with exactly I should say in the order I'm going with, but I'm pretty sure it's close. The third layer is, see, here I am. I'm stuck. Third layer is your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. So body, energetic, thoughts. The fourth layer is your knowledge, things that you think we know, things that we take for granted. Fourth layer being the knowledge, and then the fifth layer finally being your emotions. You are none of those things. You're not your body, you're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions. We're something much, much greater than that. Let's circle all the way over to the right side. Hang out here. Give this fat boy a squeeze. It's what I like to call my kois, or fat boys. It's a constant reminder of, I guess, where we've been and where I'm going. I don't know if you knew, but koi fish have very, very significant symbol in the Japanese culture. Supposedly, let's go ahead and twist all the way to the other side. Supposedly, koi fish swim upstream for 1,000 years, and then they become dragons. Maybe bringing the elbows all the way down.
into deer pose. So it's that transition. It's the example of struggles in life and sort of like the hero's journey and overcoming those struggles. Very nice. Coming back up. By the way, I just bought this microphone. I hope it's really working good. I hope you guys can hear me really well. I think poor video is okay, but poor sound in video is just not acceptable. So I'm going to extend that left leg now. Press on each side. Circle and oval. Well, I'm really taking my time. Normally I'm already like into my practice, but this is just a warm-up still. Who cares? Rotate the other way. Soham. We've been having a nice chat, talking about a lot of philosophy here. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe raise that right hand up. Very nice. Coming back into the center. Maybe slide down that left leg. And let's go ahead and straighten that left leg right in front of us like we're walking down the street. We press down on the ground, relocate those hip bones underneath, and then maybe coming back again. Whew, this side is a lot tighter, so I'm gonna just hang out here. I don't have to go all the way back if I don't want to. I'm just listening to my body. Again, it's not a race, it's not a competition, but I will tilt my head back and I will breathe out of the mouth once again. Well, what do you know? I made it all the way back. Like I said, as you breathe into it, you'll notice that sweet spot will just move on its own. Very nice. Coming all the way back up. And let's untuck that right knee. Give it a nice massage. And let's bring the bottom of the feet together. Start by rocking side to side or pendulum, massaging into the maximus or your Muladhara chakra, which is your root chakra located at the base of the spine here. Maybe bringing the little pinky toes together and then some butterfly flaps here. Very nice. And let's go ahead and sway the feet over to one side. And let's go ahead and get on the hands and knees. I like a blanket underneath the knees. In fact, double layer for extra cushion. I'm going to use all the support that I can find and use around me. Then I'm going to go ahead and extend the hands out, not directly underneath the shoulders here, maybe about 6 inches or so. Then I'm going to circle and oval our hips around our knees, almost like a snake-like motion. Getting into these hips, shoulders. Maybe as you come forward, coming into a cobra, and then circling back into a child's pose. Circle and oval the other way now. Just moving these hips around. And let's come all the way forward into a cobra. Relax the feet, relax your glutes. Maybe roll the shoulder up and back. Inhale, breathe.
Maybe even squeezing with your thumb and your index finger, taking some of that pressure off the wrist here. Very nice. And let's go ahead and push back into a child pose. Also remember, anytime you need to have a moment to yourself, anytime you need a moment to surrender to your own practice, to your own breath, this pose is always here for you. It's one of my favorite, to be honest with you. Has many, many benefits. Very soothing for the body, mind, and soul. So remember this pose, keep it in your muscle memory. It's always, always here for you for comfort whenever you need it. Very nice. With that said, let's go ahead and come back on hands and knees. This time, let's go ahead and bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Then we're going to lift the chin up on an inhale, cat and cows. Drop that belly button, raise the tailbone. Exhale, as we bring the chin into the chest, lift the middle of the back, drop that tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. So hum. Very nice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come into a flat back or flat top, or tabletop, excuse me. Make sure your knees are directly underneath the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders. Then we're going to send that left leg back. Bring it back into the chest. Inhale. Exhale. You want a little bit more? Send that right hand out. Tiger crouches. Next time you extend that right hand and left leg out, see if you can stay. Make sure that left arm is directly underneath the shoulder. And then that leg is extended directly from your hips, and your right hand is directly coming up like you're shaking someone's hand. So you're not overextended or underextended. Just raising both your leg and your hands straight up. Breathe. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring that right hand down. Bring the left toes down to the mat. And then see if you can take your right knee off the ground and bring your left heel to the mat. Breathe. Breathing into those left calf muscles here. Oh, that's a really nice stretch. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring that right knee back. Make a little kickstand with your right foot now. And then make sure that this time your right hand is directly underneath the left shoulder. Maybe raise the left hand up. Close the eyes. Breathe. Maybe take that left hand all the way towards the front of the mat. Maybe raise your left foot up. Stretch from ankle to wrist. I'm going to get a nice little back bend. Maybe reach back and grab that left ankle. Nice little back bend here. Like push your legs away from you as you're holding on to it. Very nice. Let's take that leg back all the way down. Let's take that left hand down. Let's go ahead and bring that left knee in. And then let's go ahead and extend the right. Both hands up. Lunge forward into a cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe. And push back into a child pose. So Hatha Yoga, we challenge ourselves, we challenge our body, but we also rest our body and rest properly. It's a practice of the sun and the moon, yin and the yang, so everything is balanced. Very nice. With that said, coming back on the hands and knees,
We're going to bring the feet directly underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to send that right foot back. On an inhale, exhale, bring that right knee into the chest. Maybe bring the chin into the chest. Inhale, exhale. Next time you inhale, maybe send the left hand out. Extend. Exhale. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Bring it in. Next time you extend, see if you can stay. Arms directly underneath the shoulder. My right leg is directly lifted from my hip. My left hand is directly lifted from my shoulder. Not overextended anywhere. Breathe. So hum. Very nice. Bring that left hand down. Bring the right toe down to the mat. Take your left knee off the ground. Bring your right heel down. Breathe. Move up a little bit. There we go. Very nice. Gonna bring that left knee back down. Need to move that blanket up a little bit. Bring that left hand underneath the shoulder. Raise that right hand up. Breathe. Maybe take the right hand all the way forward. Maybe pick up that left foot. Maybe bend into that right knee and push your leg away. Breathe. Very nice. Bring it all back down. Hands and knees. I'm going to push back into a downward dog now. Very nice. Bend into one knee as you bring the opposite heel to the ground. Walk in the dog. Very nice. I'm going to pick up that left foot. Come into a three-legged dog. And then I'm going to bring that leg all the way forward and maybe plant it between the hands. And then I'm going to bring the right heel down to the ground. And then we're going to come all the way up into standing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lunge forward, but I'm going to make sure that that left knee is at a 90-degree angle, so I'm not overextending it. Okay? And then that right heel is also down on the ground with the right heel down, pointing towards the right corner of my mat. And then bring the hands up, relax shoulders. Breathe. Check your toes, check your alignment. Very nice. I'm going to take these hands back. Bring the hands together, rotate into your shoulders. Whew, that feels good. Rotate a few times. And then move your hands away. And then see if you can, keeping your weight distributed 50-50 between your two legs. Hinge forward. Hinge some more forward. So naturally all your weight wants to go forward to this front leg, but see if you can keep it balanced. Very nice. Humble warrior. Breathe. Very, very nice. Now we're going to go ahead and bring this right hand down. I'm going to heel toe that left foot out a little bit and heel toe that right foot out. And then open my left hand out. Breathe. If this is too much, you can bring that right knee down to the mat. Breathe. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that right heel down to the mat. And then we're going to come into standing, or excuse me,
coming up on our knees, I should say. And I'm going to heel that toe, that right or left foot towards the middle and out a little bit. And then I'm going to see if I can lunge forward. Bring the top of your right foot down to the mat. And then you're going to be stretching right into these quads as well as your left hamstrings. Slight bend in the lower back here. Breathe. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and bring that hand down. And I'm going to heel toe that left foot to the left corner. And we're going to slowly come into our lizard pose. You can stay just like this. Maybe even taking your left hand to the knee as you twist over to the left or stretch. Or you can slowly come down. Whew. Breathe into it, onto the elbows. Oh yeah, feeling these hip openers now. Maybe even bend into your right knee. Whew, maybe not. Very nice. Coming slowly back up. And then we're going to extend that straight leg. Maybe flex the left toes back. And then maybe coming down. Maybe sitting back on the hip bones. Maybe bringing the hands, walking the hands up to the straight leg. Maybe even bringing the forehead towards the knee. Maybe a little bit of that or maybe none of that. Beautiful. Without getting too far into this left side, without forgetting where I'm going, I'm going to go ahead and twist over to this side. And then see maybe we can possibly come up off our knees. Breathe. Very nice. Turn towards that straight leg. Bring that right knee back down on the mat. And then see if you can heel toe that left leg out and away, coming into the splits. Whoo! Breathe into it. Maybe a block underneath the hips here. Wherever you are, take 3 deep breaths. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and take that left leg all the way back and shake it. Woo! That was awesome. Now if I can just remember that whole routine for the other side. We'll see. And then let's go ahead and come in and maybe hang out over on the left side. Shift your weight over to the left hip bone. Breathe into it. Very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Unless we want to be walking around with the rest of the day with a limp, we need to do that whole routine to the other side. So let's go ahead and come back on the hands and knees. We're going to push back into a downward dog. And we're going to take up that right leg, come into a 3-legged dog. Bring that right leg all the way up forward. Plant it between my hands. I'm going to bring that left heel down. Then we're going to come up. Nice relaxed shoulders. Check your alignment. Make sure your knees directly on top of that ankle. Your left heel is down, your toes are pointing to the left corner. Breathe. Take the hands back. Bring the hands behind us. And then same thing here. We're going to distribute the weight evenly. Roll into those shoulders a couple of times. And then hinge forward. Weight is distributed evenly between both legs. Hinge forward. Hinge forward. Hinge forward. Humble warrior. Very nice. I'm going to bring that left hand down. Heel toe that right foot back. Oops, my microphone just fell. Oh. I do apologize if it's making a funny sound. Wasn't the microphone, it was the little cover on the microphone that fell. Anyways, heel toe that right foot. I'm going to raise that right hand. Again, if this is too much, you can bring that left knee down. Otherwise, breathe into it. You can even straighten that right leg if you want. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring that left knee down. And then from here, we're going to go into our lizard. So we're going to go ahead and slowly come down to the elbows. Breathe into it. Maybe even a twist over to the right side. Maybe even bending into that left knee. Maybe not. Whew. Stay in your range. Most importantly, Soham. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Coming slowly back up on the hands. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that right foot towards the middle of the mat, and then we're going to go ahead and come all the way up. Maybe heel toe that right foot a little bit out, and then I'm going to lunge forward, stretching into. Make sure you bring the top of your left foot down to the mat too. Very nice. And then we're going to heel toe that right foot. Maybe flex the right toes back. Maybe walk the hands out. Maybe sit back on it. Hip bones. Maybe bring in the head towards the knee. Breathe. Very nice. And then maybe let's get into the splits on this side. Maybe heel toe that right foot all the way out and away. Whew, breathe into it. Again, this side is a little bit less flexible than the other side, but I'm still going to give it the same amount of attention and love. Wherever you are, let's take 3 deep breaths together. Let's go ahead and bring that foot all the way back, send it back, and coming into the splits on this side. And breathe. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring that right knee back.
And let's take that left knee back as well. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and come all the way down on the elbows and hang out here on the right side. Not sure if I went in the same exact sequence as I did on the left side, but I think we got everything covered. Breathe into it. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and come back up, and I'm going to go ahead and sit with our legs wide open again. We did this earlier, I know, but right now I feel like our hips are really, really open. So wherever you were earlier, you might be able to get a nice deeper stretch this time. So start by maybe just massaging the legs. They've done a lot of work today, so give them some love. Appreciate both of your legs right now. They take you wherever you need to go. I don't know about you guys, but I used to have a job where I would have to stand for 7 or 8 or 9 hours straight. And that's with absolutely no breaks, believe me. Sometimes the shift would even be till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would be there from 6 o'clock in the afternoon till about 3 or 4 in the morning, standing on these 2 feet. But that's what enabled me to start my own business, and then later enabled me to become a yoga teacher. So I really appreciate my legs. They've gotten me through a lot. So just having a moment of gratitude right now. And then see if you can maybe take a few steps forward with those hands. Nice, tall spine. Maybe reaching forward. Maybe making it all the way down. Again, it's not a race. It's not a competition. Stay within your own range. Breathe into it. Very nice. Wherever you are, slowly walking all the way back. And let's come into that nice, comfortable seated position where we first all started. We actually started in a standing position, but let's just come into a nice, easy. Let's roll into those shoulders one more time. Roll the other way. And then see if you can maybe rotate into the neck a couple more times. And then taking it all back down to the breath. This time what we're going to do is we're just going to sit. In fact, we're going to take the next 30 seconds or so. Actually, a little bit longer. Let's make it a nice full minute here, for crying out loud, at least. To do absolutely nothing, but just sit. So wherever you are, maybe bringing the attention to your chin being level with the floor, nice tall spine, relaxed shoulders, maybe having the hands on the lap, maybe palms up, maybe the index and the thumb together for a sign of enlightenment. Or maybe just bringing simply the hands into your lap. Maybe creating a cup, if you will. Because my cup is always empty. No matter how much we learn, no matter how much knowledge we have, we always have to be thirsty for more. So my cup is always empty. As you sit, as you close your eyes, take it back to the breath. So hum. Inhale and exhale for the next 60 seconds. Slowly opening the eyes, taking a nice deep breath. And if you do have time, maybe coming into a nice, comfortable laying position, your final position, which will seal this entire practice in, your Shavasana. And as you're laying here, see if you can one by one check back with your senses. Maybe slowly starting with the sense of touch, feeling the sensation of the body. Maybe a certain body part touching the ground or your yoga mat. Feeling the energy and checking in with the sensation of touch. And then slowly, maybe working your way slowly into the sense of sound. Maybe noticing all the sounds around you. Birds singing possibly. Maybe the sound of the environment all around you. See if you can tune in. See if you can notice anything in particular. Maybe something out of the ordinary. And then maybe running your tongue on your lips, creating a little moisture maybe in your mouth. See if you can bring your attention to the sense of taste. Maybe the flavor of the lip gloss or the beverage you might have had before practice. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's warm. See if you can notice anything at all. And slowly, maybe bringing your attention to the sense of smell. See if you can take a deep inhale from your nostrils and maybe notice anything at all. Maybe the aroma from your body, or maybe the incense burning, or the fresh smell of maybe flowers around you. And then finally, or next I should say, bringing your attention to the sense of sight. Maybe even with your eyes closed, notice if you notice any colors, flashes. Almost like looking out a window with the silk blinds in front of the window. It's not 100% clear, but you can still see through now, can't you? See if you can scan your environment, even with your eyes closed. And then finally bringing your attention to that middle of your forehead, a third eye, if you will. Imagine a jewel, a gem, any color you want, any size you want it to be with your next inhale. Imagine that jewel illuminating. As you exhale, have it dim out. Inhale, illuminate. Exhale as it dims out. Next time you inhale, imagine that light covering your entire forehead. Next time you inhale, imagine covering your entire upper neck, shoulders, almost as if you're putting on a helmet. Your aura. Next time you inhale, imagine that light covering your entire upper torso, as if you're sliding into a spacesuit about to step out on this planet called Earth. And of course, on your next inhale, imagine that light covering your entire body, your yoga mat, all around you. Feel the warmth, feel the energy, feel your own aura all around, as if you are your own fish inside of your own fishbowl. Feel that connection to that light within as you settle into your final position, your Shavasana. Enjoy.
if you can spend the next few moments in Shavasana, I suggest you do so. In fact, 10 minutes in Shavasana is equivalent to about a 2-hour nap. So if you can spend at least 10 minutes in Shavasana, it'd be very, very nurturing and beneficial for you. But if not, maybe slight movements into the body, maybe rotating into the wrists, the ankles, maybe taking the hands all the way above the head and getting a nice stretch all the way from fingertips down to your toes as you flex. And then slowly, maybe shifting over to one side, almost like on a lazy Sunday morning. Maybe coming up into a nice, comfortable, seated position. Once again, I want to thank you guys for joining me. It is honestly, truly a blessing to have this practice, to have this art form in our lifetime or in our lives. And it is exactly that, a practice. Something that's never mastered. There's no belts, there's no trophies. You are your own trophy. In fact, that light within, illuminating all around you and taking that light into this world, that is your trophy. It's almost as if it's not only a responsibility to ourselves for our own well-being, for our own peace of mind, but a responsibility to our family, to our loved ones, and most importantly, a responsibility to the rest of this world. You want to find peace and kindness in this world, then become the peace and kindness you want to find in this world. With that said, the divine light in me feels and honors the divine light in every single one of you. From my heart to yours. Namaste.